Why are you still writing checks for bills the law legally exempted you from the day you turned 65? It is not a conspiracy, it is simply a systemic lack of automation. Right now, millions of seniors are draining their hard-earned retirement savings on utilities, property taxes, and administrative fees, completely unaware that simple, state-approved forms could freeze or eliminate these costs entirely. The system will not proactively call to save you money. But once you know these 5 specific exemptions, the financial anxiety vanishes and you finally take back control of your hard-earned peace of mind. As Dr. Collins, a retired benefits advisor, I have spent decades helping seniors navigate this complex maze. Every day, I speak with folks like Sarah Remington, a retired retail clerk who worked 40 years, paid in, and now watches her fixed income get devoured by rising local taxes. Like so many of you listening today, Sarah was never told that her age legally qualified her for this crucial tax relief. The harsh truth is that utility companies, tax assessors, and medical providers quietly collect these payments. They do not notify you because exemptions are never automatically applied. They quietly pocket your hard-earned funds, relying on your lack of information to keep their massive revenue streams undisturbed. But this is where we draw the line and reclaim what is rightfully yours. If you think this is just an isolated issue, you are mistaken. These silent financial drains cost the average retiree thousands of dollars annually. To stop this, we must look at how the government calculates your specific birth year. But what is the exact birth year threshold that triggers the most massive, overlooked tax shield of the decade? That pivotal threshold is reaching age 65. The moment you cross this line, the Internal Revenue Service quiet temporary tax relief window for 2025 through 2028 activates, offering an unprecedented standard deduction boost. I am talking about an additional $6,000 in tax deductions for single seniors and a massive $12,000 for married couples filing jointly. This is not some loophole. It is a structured adjustment built directly into the federal tax framework. If you structure your retirement income streams correctly, this specific tax code adjustment can legally bring your federal income tax liability down to absolute zero. Many older Americans mistakenly believe they must continue paying taxes at the same rates forever. But if you think this relief is automatically applied to your account, you are in for a devastating surprise. The government's administrative systems are simply not designed to automatically enroll you in these savings programs. You have to actively claim this boost on your annual tax return, or the system will simply keep your money without saying a word. This is exactly what happened to Sarah Remington, who quietly paid thousands of dollars she did not owe simply because she filed her annual taxes without claiming the age 65 exemption. You have to actively claim this boost on your annual tax return, or the system will simply keep your money without saying a word. This is exactly what happened to Sarah Remington, who quietly paid thousands of dollars she did not owe simply because she filed her annual taxes without claiming the age 65 exemption. This is why Dr. Collins urges you to verify these figures with a qualified professional, ensuring you utilize every single dollar of this temporary shield before it expires and the window closes forever. It is about reclaiming what you worked hard for over 40 years to properly secure. While saving on income tax is absolutely vital, an even larger, more insidious threat is lurking right on the deed of your own home. For millions of retirees like Sarah Remington, a retail clerk who recently turned 65, the beautiful dream of owning a paid-off suburban home has quickly turned into a nightmare. She spent 40 years working hard to pay off her mortgage, only to realize local tax assessors could still force her out through soaring property taxes. The local administrative system remains silent, allowing rising market valuations to quietly drain fixed retirement incomes. But your home is not a funding source for local municipal budgets. Dr. Collins wants you to secure your deed immediately using a powerful 3-tier defense system that most seniors completely overlook. But your home is not a funding source for local municipal budgets. Dr. Collins wants you to secure your deed immediately using a powerful 3-tier defense system that most seniors completely overlook. First, you must file for the basic homestead exemption, which shields a massive portion of your home value from municipal taxation. Second, the moment you turn 65, you must apply for the over 65 exemption to significantly lower or outright freeze your local school district tax liabilities. If you think these two shields are enough, you are missing the final, most critical layer of defense. The third tier is the assessment freeze. This legal mechanism literally locks your home assessed valuation in place. No matter how high the real estate market spikes or how gentrified your neighborhood becomes, your property tax base remains completely frozen solid. To claim this, you need to contact your local county tax office directly and request the senior valuation freeze application. They will never send this to you automatically. You must take control and file the paperwork yourself. Protecting your home is the first step toward reclaiming your hard-earned financial peace of mind. But what happens when your hard-earned monthly check is still being docked for healthcare premiums you shouldn't be paying? Every single month, millions of seniors look at their Social Security check and notice a significant portion missing. You have likely resigned yourself to the belief that the Medicare Part B premium deduction is mandatory and entirely unchangeable. You assume it is simply the inevitable tax of aging in America, a cost you must bear without question. But this quiet deduction is a severe leak in your fixed retirement income. The administrative system relies on your silent acceptance, never volunteering the truth about state-funded relief. But this quiet deduction is a severe leak in your fixed retirement income. The administrative system relies on your silent acceptance, never volunteering the truth about state-funded relief. The reality is that you do not have to accept this monthly drain. Under existing federal regulations, the Medicare Savings Programs, widely known as MSPs, legally obligate your state to cover these exact Part B premiums. By securing this assistance, you immediately stop the automatic deductions, restoring up to $185 directly back into your monthly Social Security check. If you think your modest savings disqualify you, you are overlooking a major policy shift. Fortunately, many progressive states have completely eliminated the restrictive asset test, meaning they only evaluate your monthly income, ignoring your retirement savings. To reclaim this money, you must bypass the federal Social Security office entirely. You need to contact your local state Medicaid agency and request applications for the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary or Specified Low-Income Medicare Beneficiary programs. These offices will not search for you to hand you this money. You must take action and file the paperwork yourself. Reclaiming this healthcare fee puts substantial hard-earned funds back where they belong, in your bank account, not the government coffers. Yet, even if you secure your healthcare, how do you stop the daily bleed from basic utilities and modern technology traps? Reclaiming this healthcare fee puts substantial hard-earned funds back where they belong, in your bank account, not the government coffers. Yet, even if you secure your healthcare, how do you stop the daily bleed from basic utilities and modern technology traps? Robert McQueenie spent 40 years fixing engines with his bare hands, but a glowing smartphone screen completely paralyzed him. He was staring at a mandatory healthcare portal, locked out of his monthly OTC medical shopping credits because he could not bypass a double security authentication. The system essentially dictated that if he could not navigate the digital maze, he did not deserve his $80 in monthly OTC benefits. This electronic barrier is a silent, automated filter that saves corporate insurers millions of dollars when frustrated seniors simply give up. But here is where we reclaim your control, because you do not need their apps. Under federal guidelines, programs like the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, widely known as LIHEAP, and the Lifeline Telecommunications Subsidy are legally mandated to provide traditional paper paths. If you are struggling with soaring winter heating bills or rising internet costs, you can bypass these digital gatekeepers entirely. By requesting a physical, paper verification package directly from your local state utility office, you force these administrators to process your allocation manually. I have guided hundreds of retirees through this exact paper bypass, helping them secure up to $900 annually in utility assistance and a free communication credit without ever touching a single smartphone. If you think these utility companies will voluntarily mail you these paper forms, you are mistaken. They prefer the absolute silence of the digital void. You must proactively demand the physical documents, fill them out with your current utility statement, and mail them back. But this is where the real trap lies. The money is waiting, but there is a catch. If you do not submit the correct administrative form, the state keeps every single penny. The hard truth is simple. The Social Security Administration will never proactively call to offer you these discounts. They expect you to ask. If you do not claim them, the system assumes you prefer to pay full price. To stop this quiet drain on your hard-earned savings, you must take direct control of the paperwork. If your household income dropped due to retirement, marriage, or work reduction, you need to download and submit Form SSA.44 immediately. This specific document alerts the government to your life-changing event, allowing them to recalculate and dramatically lower your Medicare Part B premiums. Do not let outdated tax returns from 2 years ago dictate your current monthly expenses. Next, stop paying expensive and unnecessary premium fees for basic tax preparation. You can easily locate a local volunteer income tax assistance site, commonly known as VITA, where highly trained IRS-certified experts will prepare your return and secure your senior tax exemptions completely free of charge. At the same time, you must protect your home from overtaxation. Visit your local county appraiser's office to file your homestead exemption application before your state's strict annual deadline. Missing this date by even 24 hours means forfeiting thousands of dollars in property tax relief for the entire year. But simply knowing these forms exist won't save you a single dime if you miss the quiet traps hidden in the fine print of everyday administrative rules. That is why staying informed is your only real shield, and subscribing to Dr. Collins, retired U.S. benefits advisor, ensures you always stay one step ahead of changing regulations. With these forms firmly in hand, how do you ensure your entire family is shielded from these quiet financial traps forever? Securing your own household is only the first step of this vital defense. To truly shield your loved ones, you must build a bulletproof legacy plan that prevents these administrative leaks from slowly draining your precious retirement wealth. This is about turning complex legal knowledge into an enduring generational shield that no institution can break. Securing your own household is only the first step of this vital defense. To truly shield your loved ones, you must build a bulletproof legacy plan that prevents these administrative leaks from slowly draining your precious retirement wealth. This is about turning complex legal knowledge into an enduring generational shield that no institution can break. By meticulously organizing your homestead exemptions, utility assistance records, and Medicare IRMAA appeals into one designated master folder, you ensure your children never inherit a chaotic, tangled financial web. The system quietly counts on our silence and confusion. But when we actively document, file, and share these strategic exemptions, we confidently reclaim absolute control over our retirement destinies. Think of this master folder not just as dry paperwork, but as your family's ultimate financial defense map. As a former benefits advisor, I must emphasize that this valuable information is for educational purposes only and does not constitute formal legal or tax counsel. Policies vary significantly by state and county, so always verify your local guidelines with a certified professional or a trusted elder law specialist before filing. But the real power of this knowledge lies in community. Our friends, neighbors, and fellow retirees like Sarah and Robert are still paying bills they are legally exempt from simply because no official will ever knock on their front doors to hand them these discounts. They are fighting this rising cost of living battle entirely alone. If you are over the age of 65, a major shift in the 2026 tax laws could legally freeze your property taxes, save you thousands on medical costs, and exempt your Social Security from state taxes entirely. Yet, the county tax office will never call to tell you this. Millions of seniors are overpaying their hard-earned money simply because the system remains completely silent. I am Dr. Collins, your retired U.S. benefits advisor, and today I am giving you the exact blueprint to stop paying unnecessary taxes and claim the financial freedom you have rightfully earned.